But like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
All right. You guys just start whenever.
So this is for KCR Secret Sessions. My name is Marcela Camargo, and I'm here with DLD. I'm so glad you're here. Nice to meet you all. Can you first introduce yourselves and what do you play?
Sure thing. Over here to my left is Keno. He plays the
Hi.
drums.
Hi. Hola a todos.
Flaco, he plays the keyboards.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Sergio, ¿verdad?
Eric Neville, guitarras, guitar.
Okay. You, what do you play? What's your role in the band and what do you play?
I'm just a
Bongos.
fan.
Bongos.
Over here
Edgar, hola, bajo.
is the bass, and I'm Francisco. I'm the lead singer and guitarist.
Are you excited to be here tonight in San Diego?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. It's been a while since we came here. It's been almost 8 years or so, 8 years or plus, and we're very happy because this is it's been we've come a long way since the first time we came here. And we really miss this place. We have great memories. The people here just have treated us incredibly. Memorial Day, which is also like it's kind of a different vibe. It's not the same as you come 4th of July, you know. And so it's really great to be here, and it's really great to play again. We left a lot of friends here, so they're coming back, and we get the chance to see them.
Yeah.
And it's been a while. It's been like 2 records. Now we're in the midst of a tour, the Futura, which is our 6th album.
Yeah.
And now we're promoting it, and it brought us here. So we're really grateful for that.
Yeah. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's
Gracias.
that means a lot. And not very few bands get to go on tour in the U.S. and you've made it. So congratulations.
It's kind of hard. It's kind of
It is
hard.
hard,
Well, it's hard. It's hard. Just period.
Yeah.
It's really hard, and we're really grateful. I mean, we've taken this opportunity, and people wanting to see us, and it's just a good vibe.
First, I want to know a little bit about yourself, your background. Who came up with the idea to start a band, or a little bit of how did you start the band? Basically, ¿cómo empezó?
Yeah, sure. Well, it's kind of a crazy story. It's a crazy story like every like the next one. But basically, I was born in Vegas.
Okay.
So that's where I learned to speak English. I was watching Sesame Street like 7 years of my life. So I learned English, and I went to Mexico when I was like 10 years old. Okay. The first guy I run into is this guy who is my long friend. He's playing guitars, and but we never spoke about music. I mean, we all never spoke about music. I mean, we would run into each other because we live in the suburbs, and Mexico. It's not Mexico City. It's called Estado de Mexico.
Okay.
Which is like very close, but it's the suburbs. And in that time, there was not much to do. I mean, there was no cinema near. There was no library.
So when was this? Like which year? Around?
We would just go skating, or we would just go like biking or hiking, or whatever. Yeah, or playing music. You had very few choices. So we leaned towards rock music. We made our own, and we started playing since we've been playing since 1998.
Wow.
So it's been a while.
It's been a while.
Yeah, and along the way, Sergio and Keno have we meet these guys, and they play incredibly, and we made this like a family. The two last records that we've made, it's been like it's a time when we step out of the being independent, and we get to work with Sony Music. In that time, we just decided to give the keys of the car. Let's go to the back seat, let's have some fun.
Yeah.
Let's write songs. Let's make some music. And I think that was a breaking point or
Okay.
a turning point, if I
Yeah.
may say that. And it's been, it's been incredibly wild. It's been crazy.
Yeah, and I read that you like started like singing in bars and like it. I mean, the beginning wasn't that serious, but then it became like, oh, so we are actually doing this. Like, how did it feel?
It never came to us. It never came to us to a certain point that
Yeah.
we were like packing places and people went see us and it's a magical ride. Sometimes you're so busy like going forward and you don't get to see the whole picture and once we realized it we were like playing for I don't know considerable crowds and then we started playing festivals and we actually came out from like a battle of the bands, but made in a radio station,
Yeah, okay.
which doesn't exist anymore.
Okay.
It was called Orbita in Mexico
Okay,
City.
Orbita.
Yeah, they made this like contest or battle of the bands, if you may call it like that. And there were nearly 800 demos,
Okay.
and we came second place.
Whoa.
Second place, which if you ask us, the first place wouldn't do any better. I mean, second place was great for us because we started doing things our way. We recorded with Discos Antídoto, which was an independent company, and we got this opportunity, and we get the hold of it, and we started doing records till now.
So it's the crowd. It must be really different than Mexico. You know, like the crowd and even the amount of people, but you still enjoy it here. Well, how is it different? The crowd from Mexico and the crowd from the U.S.
Well, the crowd in Mexico, you would say they're very hectic. Yeah. First of all, the numbers. The numbers are cool. Takes a lot of work to get to be noticed, and in other markets, so to speak. But Mexico, it's really people. It's we're like party people. We just like to party, and we try to make the most of it because we're having hard times. I mean, it's we're such a warm crowd, but we've came to realize that the gigs here in the U.S. are like more relaxed, but more like how to say this? People are really paying attention, really are listening to what you're doing, and they really try to understand what's the message of your music, even though they can understand it.
Yeah.
So it's we really appreciate that.
So it's a different vibe. But
It's a different vibe, but it's still as intense. I mean, it doesn't have to be. Yeah, it doesn't have to be all the time, like bouncing around and.
Yeah.
We really appreciate that someone's really taking the time to hear you and taking and putting attention.
So it must be hard for you to pick one song, but what would be your favorite song?
Sí, yo creo que en mi caso es por temporadas. Creo que o sea, todas las canciones que vienen en un disco sientes algo especial por ellas, pero me pasa por temporadas. Hay momentos en que estoy conectado más con una canción y 2-3 meses no la suelto, ¿no? Y pasan otros 3 meses y es otra. En este momento creo que es Némesis.
Yo Las Cruzadas es un tema con el que siempre he conectado mucho por la onda electrónica que tiene, sí, es en particular.
A mí Las Cruzadas, y creo que también estoy como en el tenor de Eric, creo que Némesis es un tema muy profundo, muy íntimo, te hace como pensar muchas cosas y te hace como reflexionar y encontrar varias alternativas a la música, y es un gran tema, yo creo que es un gran tema, sí.
I gotta say Reencuentro. Reencuentro. It was made. It's a song that was made for. It's a song that was made for a friend of ours who passed away a few years ago. He played with us. He played like 7 years. We were family, and it's kind of hard. Just to know that. One time I was speaking to him, and 1 hour later he wasn't here. I mean, he was in another world, in another place, and that song talks a lot about the gathering that would happen later on. I mean, in another plane, in another field, in another dimension. So, yeah, it's pretty heavy. It's heavy, but it's relieving. I mean, it's medicinal esa canción.
A mí me gusta mucho El mapa de tus ojos. Es una canción que nos puede hacer revivir como un fénix. Puedes sufrir muchas cosas, pero siempre te puedes levantar con devoción y con dualidad hacia el mundo, hacia lo que existe.
Okay, they're different, but you all have your.
Sí, somos.
Yeah.
Sí, y otros meses es al revés, ¿no? Y el otro trae otras. Tiene su onda. Sí. Sí. Pues sí.
Es una delicia, yo creo. Todo el álbum, en cualquier momento en el día hay el tema el adecuado para que lo escuches y te transporte a cualquier sentimiento. El álbum es tan heterogéneo que es mágico, de hecho. Eso es una realidad. Sí.
Qué bonito hablaste, que no. Qué bonito hablaste. He made me cry. This guy made me cry. Oh my.
I don't know how to answer to that.
Now we get. Yeah. Now I got misty.
So, what's next? What are your future projects? What's next after the U.S. tour?
Well, yeah, it's still we're still a couple of dates due, and when we come back to Mexico, we're still doing the Futura tour till the end of the year, and December, January, we will like take a break and get in the studio, like start trying new stuff and start. Yeah, actually, tomorrow we're gonna be in LA, the Roxy, the Roxy, which is it's so nice for us because it's like coming back after a long time, and it was something like we dreamed about. We really wanted to go back. I mean, we wanted to come back here. We wanted to do the whole enchilada, and we're really grateful for doing this. The day after tomorrow, we're gonna be in San Francisco, and then we're gonna play in Tijuana, and then we go back to Mexico, and get up to schedule and do the tour till this year, and see what comes up then.
So one last question: who would you like to collaborate with in the future?
I don't know. Maybe the JJS. I like it.
¿Con quién te gustaría colaborar?
Depeche Mode.
Con Depeche Mode. Con Roy Shop.
Pues no sé, hay mucha gente que hace cosas bien interesantes, pero en lo personal, pues no sé.
Con Richard Kleiderman.
J
Balvin.
Ese
güey dice. Ok, yo tengo un sueño muy recurrente que Pink y yo hacemos una canción. A mí me encanta Pink. I really like to work with Pink. So if you're listening, Pink. Hey, you never know. The message is out there.
Pink me encanta Pink. Sí la queremos.
So now, final message to your fans, something you want to say.
Yeah, well, thank you very much. Thank you very much for having us, KCR. Thanks for having us here, US, the US tour. Be aware, social media, it's at DLD Mexico altogether. And the official site is dld.com.mx. We could be in contact by then.
Okay, so this was DLD for KCR Secret Sessions. I'm Marcela Camargo.